Imagine this. You're making banana bread, and you realize that you use flour in the recipe. To everyone else, this might not seem like a big issue, because who doesn't love banana bread? But you're gluten-free. So you decide to take the banana bread out of the oven and stop the baking process. If you continued to bake it, you'd proceed to get very sick and might end up with health problems. In the end, it's ultimately your choice whether you take it out of the oven or continue to bake it. Just like birth control and abortions are ultimately the person's choice. Many people think birth control is just used to prevent pregnancy, but it also has a lot of benefits to it. One of these benefits is that it regulates a woman's menstrual cycle. It can balance hormonal fluctuations which make your period more consistent with timing. It can also help with lightening the amount of bleeding that occurs during your period. Birth control also prevents ovulation, which stops your uterus from experiencing painful contractions. These contractions cause cramps, which many women suffer with. The pain from these cramps can prevent a woman from doing everyday things like working and going to school and other activities. Some women experience hormonal acne. Birth control contains estrogen and progesterone, which helps prevent acne during these periods. It's been shown that birth control can also reduce your risk of uterine and ovarian cancer. A main reason birth control is a big benefit to women is that it gives you the freedom to have your period on your own terms. In a pack of birth control, there is pills that are called placebo pills. These pills contain no hormones in them, which allows you to have your period during the time that you take these placebo pills. So say you have a big event or vacation coming up. You can skip these placebo pills and prevent your period from occurring that week. Abortions also benefit many women in this day and age, due to that sometimes pregnancies can occur by accident when the woman is not ready to take on that responsibility. Pregnancy can occur also not by the woman's choice. For example, there are many women that are raped and find out they're pregnant. Some of these women are very young and their bodies can't take on the growing of a baby inside. There's a couple questions that need to be answered, like, are these girls supposed to be okay with carrying the product of a malicious act done by a man? Or are women supposed to give up the health of their own bodies to birth a child that they cannot take care of at the moment? Men and women of all kinds have different views on this topic, but it seems to be mostly males that have a problem with allowing abortions to occur. Abortions are done on a woman's body, so in theory, it is ultimately only a woman's choice, not a man's. Without abortions and birth control, more children would be born into this world and put into foster care due to parents' inability to take care of them. The foster programs are already overpopulated by children without parents. It can also lead to overpopulation of the earth in general, which you already know is overpopulated as it is. Even with banning abortions and birth control, girls and women will find a way to prevent pregnancy no matter what. They will find at-home remedies, which will lead to more health problems or even self-harm. This can also lead to mental health problems like depression and anxiety and etc. In my opinion, abortions and birth control should not be banned because of a few higher-up people's opinions. Birth control and abortions are a choice. You should be able to choose whether or not you get an abortion or whether or not you take birth control. If you take away these options for women, you are oppressing women's decisions for their own bodies. But if you keep them around, it allows a person to make a choice about how they feel about the topic. Everyone should have the right to make their own choices for their bodies, no matter if you're a woman or a male.